which is where you'll find all the latest information, breaking news. It has all of our leagues combined into one. So after race, you'll see the race results, point standings, breaking news, information. If you want to be included in that chat, we don't mandate for you to be in that chat because obviously if you run World of Outlaws, you just need to be in the World of Outlaws PlayStation chat. But if you want all the latest gossip, because sometimes we post news in the Facebook chat that we may not post on PlayStation. So if you want to be included in that Facebook chat, screenshot your Facebook and send it to me in a direct message on PlayStation, and I will be glad to add you in there. Those of you in the stream just joining, we welcome you to Willow Creek for week number 3. The Willow Creek Clash is ready to kick off. We're about to post a link here for those extra folks if they want to watch. Those of you in the Facebook chat. That's where we'll post a link, by the way, to each event in the Facebook chat. We don't post it on PlayStation. But there we go. So yes, Willow Creek lands us week number 3 of World of Outlaws competition. Tonight you will see the 410 sprint cars. 2 events for the 410 sprint cars. The 410 sprint cars have already shown they are the favorites as the most popular division, as you might say. And we have 14 drivers ready to battle for the ultimate prize. They'll have 2 chances to go at it tonight. We'll see if some driver can sweep the night, as they say. The super late models are in action once again. The super late models have been putting on a pretty good show this season, and the UMP Modifieds. The UMP Modifieds really competitive this year, and we'll see. They have an invert before they get started tonight, so I know some drivers are scratching. Hopefully they get the good side of the invert, and you don't want the bad side because then you got to really mow your way through the field. This track is a little tighter than some tracks we've been through this year, so we'll see. It's going to be interesting to look at. Let's take a look at your World of Outlaws point standings before we get started with tonight. Street Stocks and Midgets, obviously, off tonight. They'll return in a few weeks. I know Street Stocks will be back in action next week at Lernerville. Midgets in a couple of weeks. But UMP Modifieds. UMP Modifieds so far, we've had 2 races, 2 different winners. Gaming Legend won the opening race of the season at Volusia. Last week at Five Forks, it was all Jaywood. Jaywood put it on him, and he shot to the points lead by 15 markers over Gaming Legend. Curdy is 3rd, down by 19. Splash Green is 4th, with Rick Niner, who is not in attendance tonight, is 5th. Yokeman is 6th. Jack is 7th. Mafia Mike is 10th, and that's the rest. That's everyone that is here tonight. We've had 12 drivers race with us so far in the UMP Modifieds. As we're looking at the super late models tonight, 2 winners in 2 races as well. Jay Wood won the opener, and NJ Cummins won last week at Five Forks in his super late model debut. Jay Wood leads the standings in the super late model division as well, so Jay Wood is kind of a theme here. We talked highly of him last week. He's off to a pretty good start. Jay Wood leads Gaming Legend once again by 16 points in the super late models. Curdy is 3rd, down by 29. One Fast Bean, who is not here tonight, down by 38. Yokeman is 5th, tied for 5th with Splash Green. Both of those drivers down by 44. Mafia Mike is 9th. Jack is 10th. We've had 12 super late model drivers race with us this year. Now the 410 sprint cars is a little spicy. We mentioned it's very, very competitive over on that side. They've only ran 1 race this year, so only 1 outing. So you really don't have a favorite in that division yet. Only 1 race. But you have a lot of drivers in the 410 sprint cars that don't race other classes. And that's really how it was last year, and that's the case this year. You have a lot of surprising names that, who is this guy? But Gavin won the season opener at Volusia. And he had to fight off Killa City, who sits 5 points back entering tonight. Splash Green down by 7, Pins Fan down by 10, and Jack 5th entering tonight down by 15. So the top 5 only separated by 15 points. That is how competitive it is, but like I said, only one race in the books. Garnsey is 6. Garnsey had a big win last week in the midgets. I think it was the midgets. But Garnsey looking to get a win in the big cars this week, and I believe he can do it. Garnsey looking very, very good. He's 6 in the points. Wet Squid is 7th. J Wood is 8th. Double 7, 9th. Gaming Legend is 10th. Curdy 11th. Yokeman 13th. All of those drivers are here tonight in the standings for the 410 sprint cars. So it's going to be very, very exciting to see how that shakes up. Those drivers will run 2 races tonight. So race 2 and race 3 will happen tonight. Twin 20-lappers for the 410 sprint cars. So you guys in the stream, let me know who you're cheering for. We are about to roll the 410 sprint cars for race 1 here at Willow Creek tonight. It's going to be an awesome time. I can't wait to see what happens. So, I guess we'll just roll right into it. Let's give you the starting lineup for race number 1 for the 410 sprint cars. Here's how this is going to work. For race number 1, they will start straight up. For race number 2, there will be an invert. We don't know that number yet. Even I don't know that number yet. We'll have to find out when we get to that second race what the number will be. It will be based off the finishing order from the first race. So not the order we're about to tell you right now, the finishing order. So, starting lineup for race number 1. Wet Squid and Killa City will start on the front row. You're talking about guys that are 7th, and Killa City is 2nd in the standings. Killa City looking to already attack and go to the points lead after race number 1. Splash Green and J Wood will join each other on row number 2. Curdy and Garnsey, row 3. Jack and Pins Fan, row 4. Double 7 and Mafia Mike, row 5. Yokeman and Gaming Legend. Gaming Legend hasn't had a great experience so far on the 410 sprint cars. As he mentioned, he is 10th in the standings, but like I said, you can't count him out. He is known for his dirt racing. His brother was as well. So, Outlawed him Snails as his full name, for those of you that know him, making his Mystic Racing League debut tonight. And Gavinator Reckon, and you are probably thinking, Gavin, isn't he the points leader? You would be correct. He will have to start dead last for this first race. So if we awarded passing points, Gavin is probably licking his lips, but unfortunately we don't. But Gavin will have to only move one direction, and that's to the front. He will have to come from 14th if he wants to at least hang on for the opening race to his points lead. He leads by 5 points. Killa City, 2nd in points. He starts 2nd. So both drivers, top 2 in standings, on each side of the spectrum. This is going to be exciting to watch. And the reason for Gavin had a hiccup there in the second heat race there. Got tangled up, so he'll have to start 14th there. So drivers, are we ready to get started tonight? Awesome. So let's get ready to roll with tonight. Whoop, hold on. I set the lobby up incorrectly. All right, here we go. All right, I'm typing everyone's name. Hang tight. You should get an invite here in about 60 seconds. Alright, some invites are out. Wet Squid, when you get it, you may accept. Wet Squid, let me know when you're in, sir. Killa City, you may accept. Killa City, let me know when you're in, sir. Splash, you may accept. Alright, the rest of you have gotten invites. Jaywood, you may accept. Reminder, at the conclusion of each race, we'll do like we've been doing. Top 3 will be interviewed. We'll take you to the... Curdy, you may accept. Actually, hang tight. Jaywood back out. Jaywood, accept that one, sir. Curdy, you may accept now. But as I was stating, at the conclusion of each race, all 4 races tonight, top 3 finishers. Jesus. Curdy back out. Some of you guys are a little quicker than the rest. We'll get it right here in a second. Curdy, accept that one. When Jaywood joins. If Jaywood joins. Jaywood got lost. Everything alright, Jaywood? Do what? Oh, did you not get the one I just sent you? Hold on. Okay, hang on. We'll get it worked out. Alright, Jaywood, accept. Hold on, Curdy. Okay, we'll get it fixed. Did it fail again? Okay. I'll try that one. Did that one work? Alrighty. Okay. You have to restart your game. Curdy, accept. Got to keep rolling with the invites. Gornze, you may accept. Alright, as I was saying, guys, top 3 at the conclusion of each race, we will take you to the PlayStation World of Outlaws chat, just like we've been doing. If you finish in the top 3, we'll head over to the PlayStation World of Outlaws chat. We'll get you an interview. Beginning this week, I'll go ahead and warn everyone. Jack, you may accept. I'm going to go ahead and warn everyone right now. Some of you guys have not had your voices on or loud enough. Okay? This is my rule, but I get yelled at because it's a sponsor obligation, okay, as well. Pens fan, you may accept. We have to hear all of you guys during an interview. So if you don't have your voice on for the interview loud enough to where the viewers can hear you and sponsors if they watch the race, then it is a small points penalty, okay? So if you need help with turning on your voice, we can help you. 7, you may accept. But like I said, I've been lenient with it the first 2 weeks, but beginning tonight, if we interview you and it's just me talking to myself, nobody can hear you, it will be a small points penalty. Just small, but like I said, it'll rack up, and nobody wants that. So, Mafia Mike, you may accept. So make sure if you finish in the top 3 tonight, make sure your voice is enabled for the live streams. So it didn't say I didn't warn you. But yes. Just relaying the message that I was told. Yokeman, you may accept. Jay Wood, I'm going to send you another one, and I'll let you know when to join. Gaming Legend, you may accept. Oh, on the Gaming Legend back out. Accept that one, Gaming Legend. Chris, when you get in here, send me about 2 invites if you don't mind, sir. Outlaw, you may accept. Got a really good field of sprint cars tonight. Like I said, moving forward, we would like to see a lot of you guys support the other classes as well. So if you're a sprint car only driver, if you'd like to run some select, late model races and help our UMP modified count, that would help a lot. Gavin, you may accept. Jay Wood, you may accept. All right, Jay Wood, you have to back out again. Gavin, you all right? Gavin, do you have a copy, sir? Gavin, do you have a copy? Did you get an invite, sir? Yes, you can join. Waiting on you. Jay Wood, you can join. I mean it this time. There we go. All right, guys. Sorry about that delay, but appreciate everyone working with me. Like I said, 20 laps. Please, let's not run each other over for 20 laps. Let's put on a good show. If you are getting lapped tonight, if it's just not your night, pick a line and stick to it. So, for example, if you go high for the first place car, continue going high for second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. Leader, I want you to communicate with my lap down car. So if I'm the leader of the race, I would say, all right, lap car, turn 2, I'm catching you. I want you to go high. Okay, same process. Let's do a little bit better communication with our lap cars so you don't surprise them and scare the crap out of them. We don't want that. We don't want any wrecks. Just like I said, if you want to go low, stay low. If you want to go high, stay high. We don't need to change it up for every lap car that you meet. Okay, so just be consistent. That's what helps the race flow smooth. Guys, like I said earlier, don't shoot the corner at 125 miles per hour. Just be smooth with it. I ain't going to tell you how to drive. You guys are the ones driving the cars, but just don't make me get into the race. And you know how it goes. Is there any questions? Does anyone see a reason why we can't begin? All right, good luck, guys. Appreciate all of you folks being here. Have fun. Let me know when it's good to join. You guys in the stream, here we go. First race of the night. The first 410 sprint car feature 20 laps on the board. Here we go. You got to keep an eye out. Killer City starting on the front row. He is second in points, and Wet Squid, 7th in points, will lead us to the green. But the points leader, Gavin, starting 13th in this race. Here we go. Wet Squid going to lead us to the green. We are underway. 410 sprint car, race number 1. And immediately, we got a slide job entering turn number 1. It's not going to stick for 10 sprint cars all over the place down the backstretch. Wet Squid 3 wide for the race lead off turn number 4. Wet Squid will lead lap number 1. You guys throwing sliders, just make sure that you stick them. Don't be too aggressive with them, please. Wet Squid will continue to lead. A little bit more of a gap that laps. Second place, Killer City at the moment, trying to reel him back in here. Let me know when there's 10 laps to go, please. Let me know when there's 10 to go. Top three slowly scooting away. Third place got into the wall there. It looked like that was Splash Green who clipped the wall there out of turn number 2, I believe. Killer City staying in the tire tracks of Wet Squid. They both clipped the wall off turn number 2 that time. Number 55 of Wet Squid continued to show the way here. Killer City trying everything he can to get back to him. Still got a lot of time here. But these laps will click off really fast here at Willow Creek. This is the fast track for the 410. Very tight corners. Looks like Wet Squid trying to change his line just a little bit. Speaking of changing lines, look at that second place vehicle. Killer City really dove it into the corner. Good job, lap vehicle. Thank you very much. Killer City changing up his line, and that time it worked for the last 2 laps. The lap vehicle kind of slowed him down just a little bit. He had a really couldn't get off the corner with the power. Got into the wall that time off turn number 2. Still got some time here. We're waiting on the leader to let us know when there's 10 laps to go in this one. That time was 10 to go. 10-4. We are halfway through this one, and we have a battle for the race lead. Killer City is there, folks. Killer City is stronger off turn number 4. Wet Squid is a little stronger off turn number 2. Wet Squid slipped a little bit. Killer City's going to look to the inside here as they cross the line. Let me know when there's 5, please. Catching him is one thing. Passing him is another. Killer City trying everything they can to get by him. It's the 55, Wet Squid, showing the way. Killer City's going to give him a little bump. Hey, I'm here. I want the win. I want the lead. One-on-one for the race lead. How many was that, folks? I heard 2 numbers. 5 to go here. Lap traffic in the mix here. Lap traffic in the mix. Oh, we got a battle here. Side by side. Killer City's looking. Killer City couldn't make it stick. He's going to clear him off turn number 2. New leader. Wet Squid back to the inside. Let me know how many at the line. How many laps to go? I believe this is the white flag right here. White flag. Wet Squid's going to send it a little too hard. He's in the wall. Killer City with clear space. He goes to the lead. Through turns 3 and 4. Correction, I believe it was 1 and 2. And Killer City's going to pull it off. He wins 410 Sprint Car, feature number 1 in a epic battle with Wet Squid. That was fun to watch. Wow, what a race. Jay Wood, screenshot all 14 drivers, please, and send it to me if you don't mind. Chris, you get a backup, please, and screenshot it and send it to me on Messenger. I got you. All right, we'll get the top 3 here in post-race for an interview here. Reminder, there's bonus points for the fast lap, so don't go anywhere. Fast lap. Hang tight. Fastest lap will go to Wet Squid at a 13.607. Winner of the race, Killer City, was 3rd fastest. That just shows you the competitiveness of the field. You guys in the stream, that was very exciting to watch. Very epic battle. Top 3. And I believe Gavin drove from 13th to 3rd. Wow. Unbelievable there. So top 3, you may head over to the PlayStation World of Outlaws chat for post-race interviews. The rest of you hang tight. UMP Modifieds are on deck. They will be up next. All right. Get over with our top 3 here. Is everyone okay? Everyone got their voice enabled?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I think.
What console are you on?
PS4.
Go to the party screen where all of our names are displayed.
Got that.
The right side, you should have an option. Oh, let me see what it is. If I can remember it.
Share play?
No, not share play.
Party audio settings, right?
Party audio settings. And it should say include voice. I think that's one of the options. And make sure it's always allow.
Yep, we're good.
All right, you're good? Just making sure. We'll go down here to our 3rd place finisher, Gavin. Gavin, I'll admit I wasn't focused on you a lot of that race, but you had to have an interesting race because you passed the most vehicles. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you got the bonus points for hard charger in that one. But Gavin starting 13th, I know not where you wanted to be, not from what your standards are held to, as entered the night as the points leader. Talk about what happened to end up starting that deep in the field, but talk about starting that deep in the field and coming all the way to a podium finish.
Well, yeah, so then heat race, got tangled up, car ended up flipping, so I was back a lot farther than I'd like to be. And then the start of that race, first turn, I could see everyone just taking the inside line, so I stayed high, went around the outside, and was able to get past 5 or 6 people in the first turn. And then just down the straights, my car was just faster than a lot of the other people there. So I just able to just pick through them without hitting anybody. And then get up with Splash. That's where the challenge came, trying to get around him and not hit him. But I'm not mad at a 3rd place starting 13th.
Do you think you'll have anything for him in race number 2?
Well, I sure hope so. As long as I start better than 13th, I think it'll be a good race.
Well, that's Gavin Reckon finishing 3rd tonight, starting 13th, as he'll get the bonus points for the hard charger there as well. So safe to say he probably didn't lose as many points as most people thought in that first race. We'll get a word with our 2nd place finisher here tonight. That would be Wet Squid. Wet Squid, unbelievable race. Started off, and it really came down to who made the least amount of mistakes. I know you were really pushing hard to outrun Killa, which I think, respectfully, neither one of you was going to outrun each other. It just came down to who made the least amount of mistakes. And at the end, it looked like you just used a little bit up. But talk about what happened inside the cockpit in your number 55 machine.
Well, about 6-5 to go. Rule is everything goes, right? So, New Killer was on my tail. We got to that lap car about the 2nd time, and I was already washing out to the wall too far, and Killer was already under me. So, I had to let him by a little bit, and give him a race for his money.
Is there anything that you could have done differently? I mean, even earlier in the race to save for the end, or even at the end there, talking about 5 to go. Is there anything you could have done differently to hold him off and be closer and finish one spot better?
Stop missing my marks with 5 to go. I was missing my entry a bunch with about 5 to go.
Well, Wet Squid, you did a great job in that one. We're proud of you. You got one more race, so don't go anywhere. You got one more shot at it tonight. Good run.
Thank you.
Down here in Victory Lane, I believe for the first time this season, another new winner, Killa City 816. A heck of a race there. It looked like early on you were going to slip back a little bit more than you wanted to. Wet Squid was starting to create a gap, but you told yourself, stay calm. It's early. You kept hitting your marks. Wet Squid was talking about how he missed his marks, and you reeled him back in. You were knocking at the door there. We saw little love taps. You were able to get around him. And it just came down to a slugfest there at the end. I know lap traffic played into the mix. Talk about your race.
Race went well, really. Mostly chasing Squid down for 3/4 of the race. My car felt really good. Like Squid said, just that one slip up, that's all it takes when, the competition's good as it is. So overall, it felt really good for the night. And, it was fun racing my buddies, the guys I race with every day, going for a win. So made it real exciting.
Do you think you have anything for the second race? Are you going to make any adjustments from the first race to the second race? Or are you going the same as it is?
I'm just going to bring it.
Just going to bring it. That's Killa City, winner of 410 Sprint Car, feature number 1 tonight. And I believe after Gavin's drive plus the hard charger in race 1, it's very close for that points lead. Well, like I said, now's not the time to decide the points. We still have another race coming up. It's going to be very exciting. But we'll let these guys rest. UMP Modifieds, their 25-lap feature is on tap. We'll head back over to the Discord, and we'll get ready to rock and roll. So UMP Modifieds is up. 7 UMP Modifieds in the field. So we'll get ready to do the invert. The number can't be lower than 4, and it can be up to 7. As they stand now, it'll be J Wood, Curdy, Mafia, Gaming Legend, Outlaw, Yokeman, and Jack. That is the way they are now. So 4, 5, 6, or 7 of them will get included in this invert. So we'll see how it shakes out. The invert will be a 4. That will put Gaming Legend on the pole. Mafia Mike will be 2nd. Curdy will be 3rd. And J Wood will be 4th. UMP Modifieds are ready to rock and roll. 25 laps for these folks. One thing I will ask everyone, I know I'm bugging a lot of you folks with the lap count during the race. That's, like I said, that's mainly for stream purposes, so they can know what the lap count is. So I apologize for not knowing the laps there at the end of the race. So hopefully we'll do a better job of that as we go on. But it was a good race to start the night. All right. All right, invites are on the way. Hang tight. Gaming Legend, you may accept. Let me know when you're in, Chris. Mafia Mike, you may accept. Let me know when Mafia's in, please. You're good. Curdy, you may accept. Jaywood, you may accept. Outlaw, you may accept. Yokeman, you may accept. Jack, you may accept. So as we get rolling with the UMP Modifieds 25 lap feature, I know it's a small field, but any one of these drivers in tonight's field has a shot to bring it home. The two winners so far this season roll off from the pole and from fourth. That's Gaming Legend and Jaywood. Will we have a third different winner? We'll have to find out. Chris, let me know when it's good to join. I believe I have an invite. Well, make sure you send me one, please. Nope, I don't have an invite. Make sure you send me one. Just let me know when it's good. Yep, let me know when it's okay. Curdy is third in the points. So we'll see if Curdy can bring it home. Thank you. Good luck. Pens fan, I copied your message as well, sir. It says this track's been around since 1936. We are underway here at UMP Modifieds. Mafia Mike's going to go to the race lead here. New leader, Mafia Mike. Here's Jaywood looking on the outside of Mafia Mike for the race lead. Jaywood's up there. They're side by side. Mafia Mike at the bottom. Jaywood at the top. Oh, a little crossover. Jaywood will go to the race lead. Gaming Legend back there in third here, trying to run him down. Jaywood setting the early pace. This is what he loves to do, to clean air. Mafia Mike hugging the bottom there. Jaywood running the top line. You see him breaking in that top. He is right up against the wall almost. That's where a Gaming Legend might actually be running higher than Jaywood. What's going on, Easy, in the stream? Gaming Legend has closed a little bit in on Jaywood. Just a little bit. Oh, it clipped the wall there off the turn. Jay Wood, let me know when there's 10 to go, please. Please keep me informed on the laps. Let me know when there's 10 laps to go. As Jay Wood's slowly stretching the gap. Now you can see it. Gaming Legend is second. I believe Curdy has moved up into the third spot. That is how they run in the point standings as well. As we'll take a look at Gaming Legend here. Gaming Legend has company from Curdy, but you can't get that run off the bottom. We've seen it a lot. Gaming Legend right up against the wall. Curdy on the bottom. Two distinct lines right here. Jay Wood continues to show the way here in the UMP Modified. Featured tonight, 25 laps. What's your lap count when you get to the line, Jay Wood? How much, Jay Wood? 13 to go, right? Alright, we're coming to halfway this time. Halfway, 13 down, 12 to go. As you were looking at Jay Wood on your screen, Jay Wood dominating so far in the UMP Modified feature at Willow Creek. Ten laps to go, that time by. 10 to go. Let me know when there's 5, Jay Wood. As you're looking at the battle for second on your screen, that's Gaming Legend in the red vehicle, Curdy in the white vehicle. Five to go, Jay Wood. 5 to go. 5 to go on the leader of Jay Wood, who has dominated this race so far. Looking to bring it home. He will be the first driver to win 2 races in any class if he's able to do so. This time by for the leader will be 3 laps to go. Jay Wood will see 2 laps to go this time by at Willow Creek. He has led from the drop of the green flag. Well, correction. Nope, he has led. He took the lead on lap 3. That is correct. My apologies. White flag. 1 lap to go for the 84 machine. Jay Wood down the backstretch for the final time. Jay Wood trying to go back-to-back in the UMP Modifieds. And he's going to do it in another dominating performance. Jay Wood wins at Willow Creek. Jay Wood, when everyone finishes, screenshot all 7 of them and send them to me, please. Gaming Legend will come home second. I believe Curdy, you were third, correct? Curdy is third. Alright, we'll get to work with our top 3 once we get the fastest lap. And it was Jay Wood, 16,543. Good job. All right, top 3. You may head over to the PlayStation World of Outlaws chat. Super late models are up next. Alright, we'll wait for the winner to get in here. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Make sure your voice is enabled for the screams, please. We'll get to work with our 3rd place finisher tonight, Curdy. Curdy, solid performance by you. As, like I said, it looked like you and Gaming Legend were having a dandy of a battle there. But no bite on that bottom side. We saw it with Mafia Mike. Just couldn't get a run on the bottom side to get around the number 4 of Gaming Legend. What more did you need there to finish 1, maybe 2 spots better?
Well, I need the whole other lane that he's in. That's the problem, is if you've got a car on the top side, you can't get that run. And if you can get that run, you can make it work on the bottom. Definitely fast down there. Just I got the setup for it. I had the car for it. Just it's hard to keep those things straight on that track. They're kind of all over, bouncing around. If I get stuck on the bottom, like you saw, I just push up, and there's nothing I can do. It just won't turn. So sorry to the guys that got into that in the first lap. I didn't mean any harm to anybody. Just I tried to get all the spots back. That's why I stopped. I let everybody go, and then I raced my way back up there. So yeah, a lot of fun. Thanks Solid Rock Carriers for putting this on. Mystic, awesome job. Thanks to all my competitors. That was a great race. We'll look forward to next week.
That's Curdy finishing 3rd tonight in the UMP Modified feature event. We'll go down here to our 2nd place finisher, Gaming Legend. Gaming Legend, I know starting on the pole in that one, you were kind of looking, I'm not going to say easy money in that one, but got caught up in, I'm not going to say a melee, but just a hiccup there on lap number 1 set you back, and just didn't have enough time to recover as Jay Wood kind of just ran through there in clean air. Talk about your race there, and did you have anything if there was a caution late in the race?
We got clean clocked lap 1. It happened last week. Jay Wood did good avoiding the mess. Yeah, people just run out of talent. Thanks Solid Rock Killers. Thanks Mystic. Good job on Jay Wood's part. I ain't saying nothing else.
That's Gaming Legend finishing 2nd tonight. Obviously disappointed, but he'll move forward. He's got the super late model race coming up here in just a moment. As victory lane, Jay Wood once again. Jay Wood, I know a lot of people got caught up in the hiccup there on lap number 1, and Gaming Legend obviously disappointed. Curdy was involved with it as well. Not a wreck, but you started 4th. You probably didn't, vision it being that easy to jump right to the lead, but talk about what you saw there on the lap number 1.
Oh, it's like Curdy said. You can't really. He tried to shoot the bottom, and it just pushed on him and pushed right up. And I got lucky and saw it coming and split him. And then I was able to get around Mafia Mike and pull away. Clean air is king.
So how good was that car tonight? I know we've asked you this question multiple times so far this year. Dominant performance last week. You've had a dominant performance in a late model at Volusia. Tonight, I mean, it's just like when you get out front, it's game over. Nobody can even run with you, but it's just unbelievable how you prepare these vehicles. And you said you don't really know how they handle in traffic because you haven't been in traffic that much. Just talk about that performance tonight, and it's just unbelievable to witness.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've really found something in the modified specifically. Trying to apply it to the late model, uh, it don't always work that way. But yeah, it was a pretty good car. It was really consistent. I was able to just make sure I hit my marks and not hit the wall, because that wall, if you hit it, it's like a magnet. It would just stick there.
Well, Jaywood, you did an awesome job. You are definitely showing your case early that you are a heavy favorite in the UMP Modifieds, and it's going to be hard to beat you at any track, really. So definitely a threat. So congratulations on your win tonight, Jaywood. We'll see what you got in the late model feature coming up here in just a moment.
Thank you.
Super late models up next for 25 laps. Once again, super late models ready to roll here at Willow Creek. So we saw a barn burner in race number 1 with the 410 sprint cars. Jaywood put it on them in the UMP modified race. What will we see with the super late models? Super late models may get interesting. We'll have to see. As we'll remind you with the super late model standings, Jaywood the points leader in that as well. So Jaywood, the super late models and UMP modifieds, he's starting to really figure them out, huh? As we'll take you a rundown super late model starting lineup tonight. And look at that, Jaywood will start on the pole tonight. Gaming Legend will start outside the top 2 in points, your front row. Jack and Curdy will join them on row number 2. Outlaw and Mafia, row 3, and Yokeman will start 7th. I accidentally put it on 50 laps. I don't think we want to run 50 laps, do we? Jaywood said, yeah, I do. You'll have your, I promise, you'll have your fair chances of big races. Like I said, Sprint Car's got a big race next week. So you guys will have plenty of laps in that one. It's not tonight. I'm going to get Jaywood to build me a modified when we have the big modified night. I'm going to drive his back up. I'm going to be 48. Either that or 84B. You are lying, were you, Jaywood? What's that chassis? What's your chassis company, Jaywood? Go ahead. No Limit. Why the name No Limit? What's No Limit about it? That's a cool name. I like it. Who are your employees? Let's hear them. I know that's a lie. I know a few of them. I know a few of them. Do you have more More customers on NASCAR or dirt? Jay Wood, you may accept. Oh, so it's the same guy. Curdy, you may accept. Oh, yeah, sorry, my fault. Gaming Legend, you may accept. I was looking at the original UMP modified lineup. Gaming Legend, you may accept. Do what? Jack, you may accept. What'd you say? Now, Curdy, you may accept. Outlaw, you may accept. Mafia Mike, you may accept. Make sure you send me an invite, please. Yokeman, you may accept. All right, good luck, gentlemen. Have fun. 410 sprint cars, be on standby. Your second feature is up next. Let me know when it's good to join. I am hungry. Can we get a delivery service? Thank you, Christopher. It's Brandino, thank you. All right, here we go. Jay Wood once again will lead us to the green. We are underway. Jay Wood did not have a good turn one, and Jack is going to take the lead. Jack will lead lap number one in a beautiful orange scheme. Look at that. Look at old Jack in the orange hot rod. Chris once again, Gaming Legend in the red number 4, trying for the lead. Jay Wood in a mix of vehicles back there. This may be a race. Jay Wood, he admits he doesn't know how his setups are in traffic. But they know Jay Wood is going to be fighting back. All of these vehicles on the high side, literally inches away from the wall. We've had 2 super late model races. Jay Wood has won one of them. NJ Cummins won last week. So Jack and Gaming Legend, 2 front runners, have not been to victory lane. Top 3 have slowly etched away a little bit. Jay Wood's looking on Gaming Legend for that spot, for the second spot. Jack, let me know when there's 10 to go, please. Gaming Legend is going to make Jay Wood go around the bottom if he wants it. Jay Wood, gets into the wall there. Hard hit from the 84. He lost a lot of time that time. That was very uncharacteristic-like of the 84, and now he is under fire from the 4th and 5th place drivers. Gaming Legend has a little bit more breathing room to try to run Jack back down. Look at Jack. Jack is staying smooth and consistent. That wall will get you every time, but Jay Wood, here he comes again, that 84 machine, trying to run Gaming Legend back down. Gaming Legend, unlike Jay Wood and Jack, he is up on the high line, but he's about a lane lower. He's kind of diamonding the corners, while Jay Wood and Jack are staying high for the duration of the corner. See, As you see it there, he'll float up. He didn't really do it that much that time. But Jay Wood's starting to close in once again. Now, he can't really waste a lot of time with the number 4 if he wants to get the jack. Jay Wood is almost there once again into the wall, but that time it wasn't that bad. He just clipped it with the right rear. Jay Wood is using every inch of racetrack trying to get to the 4. We have not heard the 10 to go yet, so there is still laps. 10, that time would be 10 to go. 10 to go. 15 to go. Correction, 15 to go. We'll get it right here in a minute. 15 to go. Very good. Just let me know when there's 10. 14 to go. Jay Wood still got some time here trying to get by the 4. We're watching this battle on your screen. We got a battle for 4th in the background there. This Gaming Legend clips the wall right underneath the flag stand. Gaming Legend going to run the middle that time by, and I think it's going to hurt him. Jay Wood gets a heck of a run. Jay Wood's going to look to the inside. Thought better of it. He took a peek. He got out of the throttle there. Didn't want to send it. We were halfway this time by. 13 down, 12 to go. Jay Wood looking for a way by Gaming Legend. Gaming Legend needs these points. He is second entering this race on Jay Wood by 16 points. Jack, who missed last week, is now 10th in points, so this would be a big win for that team. So a lot of these drivers in crucial positions. As Jay Wood is all over the rear end of Gaming Legend, but can't figure out a way through. 10 laps to go this time by. That is the gap between first and second. Jack is not that far ahead. Here goes Jay Wood to the inside. Falls back in line. Let me know when there's 5, Jack. Gaming Legend doing everything he can to hold the 84 up. Crucial points. Jack is not that far ahead, so if Jay Wood got by Gaming Legend, he may be able to run down Jack, but time is running out. Jack was a little faster than Gaming Legend that lap. But the 84 is hounding that 4 right now. A Gaming Legend is going to make him go around the bottom if he gets around him. Oh, Jay Wood in the wall that time. And that may be what Gaming Legend wanted to see. The 84 got into the wall. As we'll look at the top 3. The top 3 right here on your screen. Five to go here. Under 5 laps to go. Jack trying to stay cool and collective. While Jay Wood is once again running down the 4. Does he have enough to get by him with 4 to go? We're coming to 3. The 84 is once again back. The 84 is all over the 4, but like I said, you just can't get that run off the corner. We're coming to 2 laps to go. Gaming Legend doing everything he can to hang on to second here. White flag has been displayed. 1 lap to go. You're looking at Jack. There's a lap vehicle in the mix here as Jay Wood trying to do what he can to get by Gaming Legend. Off turn number 4. Jack is going to do it. Oh, Chris got in the wall. Gaming Legend in the wall. Jack will win the race, and Jay Wood will get second on the final corner of the final lap. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? Jack will win it for his first super late model win of 2024. And I believe there was no contact between the two vehicles. I think the Ford just got into the wall. But we'll get a word with all three drivers in just a moment. But what a finish there. Good run by Jack. Jay Wood, same thing. Screenshot all 7. Send it to me on Messenger, please, sir. But like I said, we'll get a word from each driver. We'll see who gets the fastest lap of the race. It may have been Jack. Jack had clean air, and it was not Jack. Jay Wood, and it was not that close by about a full 10th. Jay Wood had a rocket ship, and he got the fastest lap there. So top 3, you may head over to the PlayStation World of Outlaws chat for post-race. 410 sprint cars. Once again, they're rolling to the grid for one more time tonight before we close out tonight's program. 20 more laps coming up next.
Nice race, guys.
Ooh. Me too.
My arms hurt after that one.
Up on it, huh?
Oh, yeah. It was rough.
Had to work for that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you well, I'll ask you in a minute.
That's from 99. That's from 1992. It's from 1999.
Jay Wood sending me the information. So, all right, third place finisher tonight, Gaming Legend. Gaming Legend. I don't know what to say. I know you were holding off Jay Wood. I know from a points perspective, it's still early in the season, but every point does matter. It would have been a big confidence booster after the disappointing week you had 1 week ago. Talked to me on the podium a race ago, back-to-back podiums. And yes, you're on the podium, but that second to third, especially beating a rival like Jay Wood would have been a big bonus. What happened there on the last lap?
I just got too high and got it up in the marbles and hit the wall. And when you hit the wall with the car and with these pretty much I think probably any car on this game, once you hit it in the rear end, it's gonna bring the front around to the wall, and you're just gonna ride the wall until you finally slow down enough to get off of it.
Obviously disappointing, but let's talk about the race itself, which wasn't disappointing. You had a fun battle with Jay Wood throughout the race there, as you knew he had a faster car than you, but he just can't pass on the bottom. But you were going to make him pass you on the bottom if he was going to get around you. But obviously Jay Wood wasn't going to rough you up. You guys went at it all night long. But obviously that looked like it hindered yourself to make a clean run at Jack. But Jack had a fast race car. Did you have anything in clean air to possibly keep up or run down Jack?
No, I was just too loose. I'd go in the corner one time, I'd have a good corner and close it to under a second on Jack, and then I'd have a bad corner. I was looser in 1 and 2 than I was in 3 and 4. But I just have a bad corner, and he'd gap it to a little bit over a second, and it just stayed about the same the whole race. But Jack did good. I appreciate Jay Wood not roughing me up. After modifieds, it's good to be race clean and have a good race. So Jack deserved it. Jay Wood obviously probably deserved second. So we'll take our third place and move on to next week.
As that's Gaming Legend finishing third tonight. Disappointed there on the last lap, but very, very well interviewed by Gaming Legend. Proud of you. That's very sportsmanlike. Good job. Second place finisher tonight, Jay Wood. Jay Wood, I know you didn't expect it there with the lap to go because you tried about everything to get around the number 4 there. But like I said, it's just about impossible to pass there on the bottom. Was there anything that you could have done to get around the 4 without just obviously being deliberate?
No, sir. I wanna say first that starting on the bottom is not the way to go on the start there, because I about cleaned game in there's clock at the beginning, and then Jack got around us, which he did a good job, and then he was just really consistent. I tried everything in the world to get around gaming, and you just can't really pass on this track. But we'll take our second after he messed up there and go on to wherever we're at next week.
So there at the end, if you'd got around Gaming Legend, I mean, that's kind of a silly question, but How fast do you think you'd have got to Jack if you'd have got to Jack? What did you have left there towards the end?
I don't know. If I could have got around it with like 10 to go, I might have been able to run him down. But still, it's hard to pass without just roughing up somebody. So, I mean, yeah, we'll take second. And it just rough starting on the pole there because I tried everything to just send it in there and make it stick and keep my track position, but it didn't. It didn't stick.
That's what we saw the majority of the night. Jay Wood finishing second tonight in the super late model feature, as unofficially he'll hold on to his points lead by getting around gaming a legend on that final lap there. And a dramatic finish, you would say. Good run by Jay Wood. Victory lane tonight, Jack. How about it, Jack Attack? Jack winning on the opener, and he said that was a very, very big win for him. Very, just a big confidence booster. Well, you can't make every week do your work schedule, so last week we didn't see you. You're back again, and you're back in victory lane in a new division. It keeps on rolling, Jack. I don't say this to everybody, but we love seeing first-time winners. It's just a big boost of confidence for you. You've gotten so much better, my friend, and it's showing. I don't even got to tell you. I mean, super late models tonight. How does it feel? How good was that car? You could just it's like you was floating on a cloud, man.
Well, I had to be consistent because I had gaming and Jay Wood behind me. Anytime those two guys are behind you, it makes you nervous. That's for sure. So we had a good car. It stayed out in front, stayed clean. The lap cars did well too. So I was proud of this car. It's first ever win in late models. I'm not a late model guy. I don't like it. I never drove this track before. Don't have a time. Don't have anything here. So but we ran laps. That's all we did. Ran laps and
That's
tuned
impressive.
it up. Got it running.
Did you think at all? I mean, at what point in the race did you think, hey, they're going to get to me at some point? Jay Wood was the fastest car. I think even you knew that. Did you think at some point that they was going to get to you, or even Jay Wood was going to get around Gaming Legend?
Well, I got into the wall and I ran. I think it was 3 and 4. I ran most of those corners on the wall. So I thought, that's for sure going to let them catch up. But they were fighting back in the back. So they had their own thing going on. So kind of slowed them up and let me keep the lead, basically.
Well, Jack, you did a great job tonight, as you've ran 2 nights this year and you've picked up a win on both nights. So it's been impressive to watch. And now we just got to wait that NASCAR win. That NASCAR win's the next one. I mean, we'll I think we'll both agree that's going to be the tall task, because that's going to be the big one, because the NASCAR races are hard to win. But like I said, you're getting better, man. You're getting better. But congratulations, my friend. Good job.
Thank you.
Jack wins the super late model feature tonight. One more race on the docket tonight. 410 Sprint Cars, race number 2. Up next. .410 Sprint Car drivers, we appreciate all of you drivers and your patience tonight. I know we've had 2 races in between you, but it's time to go racing once again. The 410 Sprint Car race number 2 is ready to rock and roll. Let's remind you how they finished in the first race. The first race, it was Killa City and Wet Squid, the epic battle there to the finish. Gavin came from 13th to 3rd to finish 3rd. Garnzay was 4th, Splash Green was 5th, Curdy was 6th, Gaming Legend 7th, Jack was 8th, Jay Wood 9th, Double 7 was 10th. Pinsfan was 11th, Mafia Mike 12th, Yokeman 13th, and Outlaw 14th. So give me 1 second. We will announce the invert before we get rolling. I see not everybody will be in this race, as we've had some that have disappeared. All right, who do we have here and who is not here? Okay, hold on. All right, just making sure so I know who to count for the invert. Garnze, Gavin, Jaywood, Double, Squid, Penn, Mike. Let's see, Gaming, Killer, Yokman, Outlaw, and Jack. Did Curdy leave? All right, so Splash did inform me that he had a family emergency come up, so that's why he is not in attendance for this one. So we hope everything is okay, Splash. So the only one we were missing that just left would be Curdy. The invert cannot be any lower than a 4, and it can be as high as a 14. If it's a 14 Outlaw, you'll be looking good. You'll be on the pole. Everyone is eligible for an invert. If it's a 14, I'm sure Gavin will be upset. He'll have to drive to the field again. All right, the invert's 4-4-10 sprint car race number 2 will be. What do we think it is? It is. Come on, somebody give me a drum roll. 10. That will put 7 on the pole. 7. Congratulations. Jaywood will start outside. Jaywood, you've been lucky all night starting up front. Enjoy it. Jack, you will be 3rd. Gaming Legend 4th. Curdy 5th. Splash 6th. Garnze 7th. Gavin 8th. Wet Squid 9th. And Killa City 10th. Now, since Splash is not here, and depending on if Curdy shows up or not, those drivers will not be accounted for the invert, so we'll just move everyone up. For example, Wet Squid and Killa are 9th and 10th. If we have those 2 drivers, Curdy and Splash, not show up, you guys will start 7th and 8th. Okay? Pins, Mafia, Yokeman, and Outlaw, you guys will still start in the same positions, 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. Any questions? All right, so we're getting ready to rock and roll. We don't have an updated standings from race number 1. I am not that good. So, but I can tell you off the quick math that Killa City is your points leader off of race number 1 alone. It is by less than 5 points because Gavin did earn enough points. It's actually less than 3 points, so it's very close. But Gavin will start ahead of Killa City this time, so it should be interesting. He says, all right, Killa, I drove from the rear of the field and finished on the podium. We're going to see now if you can do it. But the first 410 race was very, very good. We expect the same. It's been, in my opinion, the best race of the night. All races have been good. All right, 7, you'll be the control car in this one. You'll be on the pole. I put you on the pole, so that means you got to bring it home. All right. That's all we asked for. You've been doing good. That's all right. If you can sweet talk them to where they all can stay behind you, there you go. $5 each. I will say, lap vehicles, you guys have been doing an excellent job all night long. Excellent. That's exactly what we want. Very consistent. Good job communicating tonight, lap vehicles. So if same thing applies in this race. If you are going a lap down, if it's just not your race, just stay consistent. Leaders communicate with my lap vehicles. Same thing, okay? You guys, the whole part of an invert is just to make for an exciting race. I understand we'll have some faster guys that are deeper in the pack. Now that doesn't mean run over everyone going through to the front. This is not a 3-lap, let's run everyone over going to the front of the field type race. Be patient with each other, okay? Because, for example, guys like me, I'm not 100% fast. I'll be one of those guys to get lap in 5 laps. So just remember, not everyone's as fast as you. So you got 20 laps to get it done. So let's not pass everyone in one corner. You guys know what you're doing. So I don't even have to tell you. That's right. That is also right. All right, invites are out. 777, you may accept. All right, Curdy said he is not racing, so those two won't be included. We've had, I believe, we've had 2 410 races this year and 2 different winners. We'll see if we can go 3 for 3. Jay Wood, you may accept. Jay Wood, you have won in all divisions that you've competed in this year, but the 410 sprint cars. We'll see what you can do. Jack, you may accept. You don't think you can make it happen tonight? Confidence. How about old Jack? Jack just came off a super late model win. He's starting 3rd. Have to wreck him. Waiting on Gaming Legend. Make sure you send me an invite when you get here, please. Let's see. Garnze, you may join. Gavin, you may join. So final race of the night. So everyone, I'll send tonight with a good one, please. Wet Squid, you may accept. A reminder, if you are interested in any other league that we have to offer, just message me. We can get you in. Formula One League, we have round number 3 tomorrow night. So we just started that one as well. We started that one at the same time we did World of Outlaws. Round 3 tomorrow night. That's F123 that we race on. Killa City, you may accept. And F123 will actually be one of the free games of the month. They haven't switched it over yet, but when the new free games of the month come out, F123 is actually one of the free games of the month. So there's no excuse if you want to get it. So if you want to race, you're more than welcome to. Message me. Pins fan, you may accept. If you're interested in running NASCAR with us, we run Truck Series on Tuesday nights, Xfinity on Thursday nights, Cup Series, Next Gen Cup Series on Friday nights, all custom setups. So you can message me on that. NASCAR Heat 5, PlayStation 4. For Formula 1, it's cross-platform, so it doesn't matter what you have. Mafia Mike, you may accept. And IndyCar, we race IndyCar and Project Cars 2. Okay, you can't download that from the PS Store anymore. You'll have to go out in your local GameStop and get it on disc. Unfortunate, but like I said, all of you are welcome to join us in any other league. You just send me a message telling me what you want in. If you have questions, you can ask me questions about it. Be happy to help you out. All we like to do is race and have a good time. Yokeman, you may accept. For our NASCAR Tuesday or Truck Series, it's 9 o'clock, 9 Eastern Time. We are at Atlanta this week in our NASCAR Series. IndyCar begins this Wednesday at Long Beach. Formula One tomorrow night, we are at Australia. Outlaw, you may accept. They make charging cables. Oh, well, yeah, I have that issue as well, yep. Pain in the ass. All right, here we go, guys. Good luck. Have a lot of fun. One more race to end the night. Let's end it with a bang. Let me know when it's good to join. Make sure you send me one more invite, just in case this one has an issue. Thank you. All right, here we go. One final race. The 410 sprint cars are ready to rock and roll. It's going to be 777 Motorsport leading the way, and we are underway. Everyone escapes through turn number 1. We have a new leader, and it's Gaming Legend. Beautiful paint scheme, red and white, number 4. Gaming Legend has not been to victory lane in 2 weeks, trying to change it. He's got company there on the inside. And 777's going back to the race lead. Nope. Check that. Killa City, I believe, is our new leader. Killa City, the winner of race number 1, trying to run away here in race 2. Seven Motorsport in second, holding his ground, but Killa City setting the pace in the number 54 machine. Let me know when there's 10 to go, please. Everyone filing in line for the moment. Second, third, and fourth tightening up for the runner-up spot. Killa City continuing to stretch the gap. 10 laps to go that time by. Let me know when there's 5, please. As we got a epic battle for second here. 777 trying to hold them off. There's Wet Squid in fourth. Garnze will go up to second. Oh, hang tight. 3-way battle for the second spot. Wet Squid will jump up to the second spot now. But it may be a little too late to go catch Killa City. Are we at 5 to go yet, guys? What's the lap count, leader? Was that 5 that time or 4? Thank you. 3 to go on the leader this time. Should have been 2 to go right there on the leader. Correction, that was the last lap. Killa City, winner of 410 race number 2. Race 2, Killa City wins it. Jay Wood, screenshot everyone and send it to me. All right, we'll get over with our top 3. Who was third there? 10-4. All right. Good job, everyone. We'll get over with the top 3 in the PlayStation World of Outlaws chat. We'll see who gets the fastest lap for the bonus points. Alright, fastest lap of the race will go to Wet Squid, 13.570. Wet Squid with the fastest lap of the race. Alright, we'll get a word with our top 3. You may join the PlayStation World of Outlaws chat. That will conclude tonight's racing program. I would like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Everyone did an excellent job. Great racing throughout the night. Reminder, next week, Lernerville. We are at Lernerville with the super late models, 410 sprint cars, and street stocks. Once again, 410 sprint cars, super late models, and street stocks next week. Hopefully all of you can return and join us. Reminder, invite a friend. They are more than welcome to join us next week for week number 4 at Lernerville Speedway. We hope to see all of you guys return next week for some more fantastic racing. Great job to everyone tonight, and we hope to see you back next week. Thank you, guys. If you have any questions or comments, you're more than welcome to message me about that, or if you have any interest in any other leagues as well. Anything, feel free to message me. We'll head over to the PlayStation chat now. All right, top 3 tonight. Before we conclude, third place tonight was Garnze in race number 2. Garnze, I know you had a little bit more to show there in that one, but it got wild there in race number 2. But you managed to escape with a third place finish. Solid points tonight for you and your team. Talk about that race there.
The first race tonight, got shuffled all the way back to the, last place, worked my way up, so I took that, momentum into race 2 and just, ran the line that I normally run and tried to run my race and, be as nice as possible, But other than that, the 43 car, handled pretty good tonight through traffic.
A very solid night, as we mentioned. We go to Lernerville next week. What have you learned so far, and how do you feel about that race entering next week, considering it's going to be the biggest 410 sprint car race that we've had so far?
Well, hopefully it goes good. Lernerville is a rough track, so, I'm sure there's going to be some pushing and some banging, and, a little too far you go for a wild ride, but, hopefully we don't come to that.
Well, Garnze, you did a great job tonight. I always enjoy having you, my friend. Good job on your podium finish here in race 2.
Thank you.
Second place tonight in race 2, kind of a copy and paste from race 1. That was Wet Squid. Wet Squid, a very solid points tonight for you too as well, my friend. You were right behind Garnze entering the night in points in 7th, down by 21. And I know off the top of my head you definitely trimmed that down. But second place, you had to work a little harder for this second place in the first one. Talk about that one.
I had to work way harder. I just heard somebody say $10, they'll stay back there. So I think me and Killa decided somebody owes us money.
But
It was a good race other than that.
But it seemed like Killa City. I know in this race when you got to second, he was already gone. But it seemed like you just had a little bit less than what he had tonight. What more could you have done setup wise, or even during the race to be one spot better?
Well, in this race, I would have had to have stayed with him all the way through traffic, but he took off right from the beginning and got to the front really fast and was just gone. To be honest, I don't know what I would have had to do or could have done to be able to keep up with that.
Well, Wet Squid, you did a great job tonight. Congratulations on two very solid runner-up finishes. One, you rode up front for the majority of the race, and the second one you definitely had to work for. So two totally different races, and you come out with the same result. So good job on that. Very nice night for you and your team, and we look forward to seeing you next week, my friend.
Thank you.
That's Wet Squid finishing second tonight in both 410 features. And the winner of both 410 features, the first sweep of the season, I personally didn't think it would happen just because of the competitiveness of the field, but Killa City proved me wrong. He drove from 8th to the win, and Killa City, that vehicle tonight was on rails. You mentioned after race number 1, you were not going to touch it, not even going to lay a hand on it, no changes because it was that good in race 1. Talk about that race and fighting your way through traffic and getting to the lead. And once you got out front, it was like a copy and paste. You just set sail.
Yeah, the start of the race started, a little further back this time, and the race started. We got to turn 1, and everybody washed up, and I hit the bottom, and I pretty much got it past everybody on the bottom in the first turn there. From there, it was just set sail the rest of the night. The car was hooked up. 54 machine was rocket.
Unofficially, you are the new points leader exiting Willow Creek. How do you feel about Lernerville next week? Is that one of your weaker tracks, stronger tracks? Are you taking the same car, or what's it going to be?
There ain't much of a track on this game that's a challenge, so I'm bringing it next week too. So, boys better bring their best.
That's Killa City. He's calling everybody out in the 410 field. He said, there's no challenge really for me. If you want the win, you're going to have to take it from me. Killa City, early favorite for the 410 Sprint Championship. Killa City, you had a heck of a night. Congratulations on both of your wins, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for throwing a great race tonight, and thanks to all the sponsors and everybody for showing up.
That's Killa City, winner tonight. Both 410 Sprint Car features, sweeping the night. And we'll see if he can do it again next week when we head to Lernerville Speedway for week number 4 of World of Outlaws action. We want to thank all the racers tonight for supporting us, showing up. It was an excellent night of competition, the best one yet. We had 4 races tonight, 3 different winners, and they were all very, very great races. Next week, as I mentioned, Lernerville, week number 4 rather, for the 410 Sprint Cars. They will have a big race next week. Super late models will be back in action, and street stocks will return to action after the week off this week. So those 3 classes will join us. As far as racing this week, Formula 1 returns tomorrow night for round number 3 at Australia. That should be a lot of fun. Formula 1's been interesting so far after the wild race last week of Saudi Arabia. NASCAR, Tuesday night, the Truck Series at Atlanta. Thursday night, the Xfinity Series. And Friday night, the Cup Series. All at Atlanta this week. And don't forget, the NTT IndyCar Series on Project Cars 2, they make their 2024 debut as the 4th season of competition. Kicks off at Long Beach Street Circuit Wednesday night. So racing all week long, we have you covered right here on Mystic Racing League. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video tonight if you enjoyed. We appreciate all of you guys that tuned in tonight. Thank you to our sponsor, Solid Rock Carriers, and our helping sponsor throughout the year, Speed Sport. We appreciate all of you guys for all that you do. And it's just getting better each and every week. That's going to conclude tonight's program. We will see you tomorrow night. The World of Outlaws gang will see you next week at Lernerville. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a good night.